I rise in support of H.R. 455, the Northern Border Security Review Act, and yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is yet recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in strong support of H.R. 455, the Northern Border Security Review Act, introduced by my friend, Mr. Katko. The bill before us would direct the Secretary of Homeland Security to prepare a northern border threat analysis. There has long been an intent focus on the southern border and the many challenges faced there. While this is undoubtedly justified, the northern border has often been neglected in this process. The Northern Border Security Review Act takes steps to correct this disparity by requiring an analysis of terror threats posed by individuals entering through the northern border, as well as improvements needed at and between ports to prevent their entry. I was pleased that two of my amendments were adopted in committee. The first required an analysis of whether the implementation of pre-clearance and pre-inspection at additional ports of entry would enhance our security and prevent terrorists from entering the United States. A pre-inspection pilot at the Peace Bridge in Buffalo was conducted in early 2014 and was deemed a success. It demonstrated the potential for efficiently process cargo while also enabling Customs and Border Protection to conduct inspections and interdict threats before they reach the United States. The historic pre-clearance agreement reached between the United States and Canada earlier this year paved the way for the implementation of permanent pre-inspection and pre-clearance at the Peace Bridge and other locations. The Second Amendment would require an analysis of the number of additional Customs and Border Protection officers and agents needed to properly staff the northern border. Persistent staff shortages have resulted in wait times that discourage economic activity while also leaving us vulnerable to a number of threats. That is why I was disappointed that the language was weakened during the negotiations with the Senate. Having accurate information on a number of personnel required to detect illicit activity while facilitating legitimate trade and travel is vital. It is my hope that analysis on staffing requirements is included in forthcoming legislation. H.R. 455 will help ensure that we better understand the threats facing the northern border so that we can address how best to address them. With that in mind, I urge my colleagues to support this important bill, and I reserve the balance of